Good morning, students. Our next topic is, will land sustain? You all know land is a natural resource and thus is very necessary to use it carefully. So, due to modern methods, it has been overused with continuous use of the groundwater from the tube wells, submersible pumps, on other pumps, and the level of water table in the ground has been reduced. So, due to the green revolution, the fertility in the soil has been reduced as the use of chemical fertilizers has been increased. So, basically, due to many chemical fertilizers, the land fertility also getting harmed, and because of this, in the village Palampur, the land uh, now suffering from the fertility. Okay. The natural resource like soil fertility and the groundwater take years to form. So, thus, once they are destroyed, it is very tough to restore them. Okay. So, students, there is a question: how can we sustain the land resource? So, we have to use less amount of chemical fertilizers in land to maintain its fertility, and crop rotation time so that land gets fertile day by day, and adequate use of groundwater. So groundwater should be adequately used so that there is other natural resources like water does not get harmed. So now let's move on to our next topic, that is how the land distributed between the farmers of Palampur. Okay, so land is most important for farming. Unfortunately, not all the people engaged in farming activities have sufficient land for cultivation. So there are altogether 450 families in village Palampur. We already discussed about that. Out of which 150 families, most of them are Dalits and landless. Okay, of the remaining families who own lands, there are 240 families cultivate small plots of land less than 2 hectares in size. Listen it carefully, okay? Only 240 families in the village of Palampur, and they have only land of less than 2 hectares in size. So, cultivation of such plots doesn't bring adequate income to the farmer's family, and on the other hand, more than half every area of the village is covered by plots uh, that are quite large in size. Okay, and the remaining 60 families of medium and large farmers cultivate more than 2 hectares of land. A few of the large farmers have land extending over 10 acres or even more. So, thus, we can say that distribution of cultivated land is quite unequal in Palampur. Okay, we can find that 240 families cultivate only plots less than 2 hectares in size, and remaining 60 families, which we can call them zamindars or other upper caste, they largely cultivate more than 10 hectares even more. So we can say that the distribution of land in Palampur is not equally distributed among the farmer families. Okay, so now let's move to our next topic: who will provide the labors for the farming purposes? So farming all you know requires a great deal of hard work, and our farmers were doing our hard work in tough situations also. So that's why Lal Bahadur Shastri also gave the motto of Jai Jawan Jai Kisan. Okay, so small farmers along with their families cultivate their own fields. Medium and large farmers hire farm laborers to work on their fields. So these farm laborers come either from landless families or families cultivating small plots of land. So they do not have a right over the crops grown on the land. Okay. Instead, they are paid wages by the farmer for whom they work, and wages can be in cash or in king, means crop. Okay, So whatever they get as wages is always less than the minimum wages fixed by the government, that is rupees 60 per day. So sometimes laborers get meals also, and wages vary widely from region to region, from crop to crop, from one farmer to another. So there is also a wide variation in the duration of employment. A farm laborer might be employed on a daily basis or for one particular farm activity, like harvesting for the whole year. Okay.